Okay, you just saw, this is a video that doctors who have been educated, right, send to the attorneys to kind of introduce them to how all this works. What's your step out of the light there a second there. You're the attorney, step over here just a little bit.
Sure.
You're the attorney. What's your perspective? How true is everything that we said in there?
I'll tell you, one of the main jobs I have is taking my client's story and delivering that to the jury, and doing like you're talking about with the baby and getting those good stories. Every defense attorney attacks based on credibility. And if I just have someone telling a story and I don't have anything to back it up, I lose credibility. But if I have something like this, an independent doctor witness that can put it together like this, I have an independent person that has credibility backing up my client. So it makes the defense a lot more hollow.
And so specifically, this talked about the 5 major financial drivers?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
It talked about the 4 categories to support a case: cause and effect relationship, subjective and objective findings, therapeutic protocol, response to treatment. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
That's how you win cases,
Oh, yeah.
right? That's the documentation you need.
Where they always hit is causation. They always hit at causation.
Cause and effect.
Yeah.
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 But those are the 4 pillars
Oh, yeah.
that put the case
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And then, if you had a doctor who knew how to defend with the pre-existing, with quantifying pre-existing and apportioning out, is that valuable?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then if you had the doctor who knew how to took all 9 categories of low impact injury and low property damage, not just one, and applied it to that case, how valuable would that be?
Extremely.
So when we take all of those and we put them together, and then we hand that to you in a narrative form, a deposition, or in court, how valuable is
I'm
that?
thrilled.
Are
Because it's
you-
done. I mean,
Are you asking for me to cut my bill now?
No. I mean, it's done. That's the case. It wraps up the case.
Watch this.
I just put the general damages together, and I got everything else to work
That's right. And by the way, that's what happens a lot of times. The attorneys, when our doctors explain this to the attorneys use our narrative as the award. That's what they use as the award. Because all of the drivers are in the narrative.
Yeah, especially with the future damages, that's an anchor for me.
Yeah.
So I'm now talking about general damages based on an anchor of $100-something thousand, and then I'm going to say, well, what's the effect on their life?
Right.
Now they have to do all this.
And let's face it.
That should be 3 to 4 times as much as the specials.
Right. And let's face it. I easily showed $100,000, right?
Right.
You'd probably be okay with $50,000, wouldn't you?
Sure. Hey, orthopedics will give me $50,000 for a neck surgery.
Right. See, you see my point here? This is overwhelming value. Overwhelming, not minor. And they should be overwhelming value. Because who in here is okay with getting a check for $100,000 and never be able to pick anything up without some pain or discomfort again, such as your child? Who in here is willing to accept that $100,000 check right now? You see, it's worth, that's what it's about. That's why it's called insurance. That's what it's about. It's about quantifying injuries and supporting people for these losses. So, and if you had a doctor who knew how to do that, we talked about how much you would ask to cut his bill. You're not only not interested in cutting his bill, now watch this. He already said, how much are you interested? If I could do that, in other words, I showed you how it's all done, and it was all in my narrative, right?
Right.
So how much is he interested in asking me to cut my bill when it also fits into the ratios? Not at all, right?
But I don't, like that biomechanic, I don't ask him to cut his bill.
Right.
I mean, so
Right.
I just look at this as, hey, I got another expert.
If he's got the supportive documentation. If you don't have the supportive documentation, he has a right to ask you to cut your bill if it doesn't fit the financials. And that's what chiropractors don't. But here's the big question. I'm going to put them on the spot right now. How much do you want to get me pissed off? I'm the doctor who's documenting all of this for you. How much do you want to piss?
You're my buddy.
Do you understand this? He doesn't want to piss me off. What's the number one reason? There's 2 reasons he doesn't want to piss me off. He doesn't want to cut my bill, and he doesn't want to piss me off. There's 2 reasons. What are they?
Excellent documentation.
Meaning,
well,
for you, meaning
yeah.
what?
Proof.
Meaning?
Well, money, yeah.
Dinero.
Yeah.
The end result is dinero. I'm going to create value in his life, money. And what's the other reason? And this is the reason he doesn't want to piss me off.
You'll go to another attorney.
My clients, don't answer please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My clients are taught all this stuff.
Right.
Okay? What's the other reason he doesn't want to piss me off? What option does he have if he pisses me off?
Right.
He's got nothing. Tell him how well orthopedists document this stuff.
Not at all.
Most chiropractors.
Yeah. It's usually a scribble,
Right.
or I get like physical therapy and they're just checking boxes.
Right.
There's just no real documentation.
And even chiropractors. How many chiropractors know how to do this? Right. See, is that not true?
He's the only one.
See, my point is, now I'm talking about from a human standpoint. By the way, if the roles were reversed, I'd do the same thing. If somebody was giving me tremendous value, I wouldn't want to piss them off. And if there was nobody else that I could go to that could give me that value, I don't want to piss them off because now I'm stuck with junk. Now he knows too much. See, they know too much right now. They know too much to go back and get crap right now. They're now going to start getting other doctors' bills, other chiropractors, and they're going to start seeing all this and going, my God, this is crap. He doesn't have this, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have this.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, please, Dr. Steve, come back. Please, Steve. I'm joking, but you get that.
Well, you know, here's the thing.
Is that not right, by the way? Is that not right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If we're generating value on these cases, I'm going to market for those cases. I'm going
Right.
to push my marketing in that area.
Everything helps the
Yeah,
attorney.
Yeah. And if I make
Everything.
money, I have marketing
Right.
money.
Now, we'll go into the specifics of the money part in just a second.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.